Morning, morning, morning. How's everybody doing? AK in the house. Futures down. Yesterday rallied. Today down. So I would probably look to trade stuff that expires this week. I don't think there's enough time. Today's already Wednesday. Tomorrow we have Thursday and then Friday. So maybe something expires next week. But market is down today. Try the mic again. Mic should be better now. Opening bell here in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and futures down 46 centavos. Snap down. Let's give it a snap. Peak down. Neo down. THCA calls trading here. Nothing to do with that one. The Real.com down. Mosaic actually higher today. CF calls that we flagged at 8. Those are actually up. So the VIX is going to get a pop today. VIX back up to 2750. So on the week, we're going to look at the weekly chart. Hood down 17 cents. Fuel cell down. Teladoc down. I'm going to look at Teladoc SEP 60 calls. I can get those for like 80 cents. So Teladoc SEP 60s, I'm going to go 80 bid here. Teladoc SEP calls, I'm going to go 80 bid here. If I get those at 80, I think those are a good do. So TDOC SEP 16 2022 60s at 80 cents. TDC, I'm still in some June calls. Made money yesterday, losing it back today. Okay, out of 10 at 45. $10.25. What goes up must go down. What goes down must go up. 5-minute bars most likely won't get anything today. On the 5, Delta down, SAN calls being sold, Zoom calls lower, Zoom lower, WBA getting crushed. WBA 45.5. I wouldn't take any of these even at 7 cents. 7 cents, 8 cents. It had to be a recommended trade. We talked about that one yesterday. ARKK down $1.20. Roblox down. DraftKings down. Futures down 50. And kind of led by the Target sell-off. Target down 20%. Wow, Target down 23% here. Let's look at Target on the daily chart. Target, good at night. Sweet Elizabeth. Karen Finerman was long this one. She's been having a rough time. Wow, 260 to 160. Target getting destroyed. Walmart down again today. You think you have the stocks that are invincible against inflation. You know what? You don't. Inflation is here to stay. I might be looking to get long here. I think we have a little bit more downside here. Let's go to the S&P here on the weekly chart. I think it was 40.25. So if we close right here technically on Friday, we actually have our first bull week out of 7. 40.25. Kind of hanging out, waiting, watching for an opportunity. Amazon down 62, futures down 50. Twitter up on the day. Mosaic down $1.20. You saw Mosaic calls, you saw CF calls. Not looking for anything that was yesterday. Looking for a new signal today. If we get a signal, I'll be looking to get long. Still want to get more long than short. I think we accurately above that 4,000 level. LI, next week calls being bought. LI 24.5 is being bought. 1,000 lot trade. Too expensive here, about 90 cents. LI, next week 24.5 calls, trading around 90 cents. 1,000 lot, not the biggest order in the world, and I also don't like 90-cent options. I'd rather try to get some cheaper options. So LI calls being bought, guys. LI. Small. I don't think they're actionable. You know, I'm looking for something 20 to 80 cents. I'm looking for something that I would prefer something that expires minimum of next week. I don't really want anything that expires this week unless they're really cheap. Not really looking for anything today. And SoFi, Planeteer, Hood, DraftKings possibly. Saw something in Peloton, I would take it. Futures down 50. Head to Montana tomorrow. Futures down 51. 5-minute bar can just close. Let's go look at the 5. Most likely there won't be anything here on the 5. So we're looking for a bull 5-minute bar above the Ichimoku cloud. When we open so weak, most likely we won't have anything. Apple, nothing. Amazon, nothing. Baba, nothing. Facebook, nothing. Google, nothing. Tesla, nothing. Netflix, nothing. So no 5-minute bar longs. And I don't think we've given you one official signal this week. I don't think there's been one official signal this week. I don't think there's been one official signal all week. So maybe we'll get one today. Futures down 45.25. WBA 45.5 calls being sold. Oops. AK held these too long. Wow, they're up to 16,000 calls here again, guys. WBA 45.5, so up to 16,000 of these. These are 7 cents, now they're 10 cents. CHPT calls being sold. We're taking a loser in that trade, the 11s. 25,000 of those. So CHPT looks like they're selling their calls out, and WBA, I don't think they're adding. They're up to 13 cents here. More WBA calls being bought. Looks like they're selling the WBA calls. WBA 45.5. Looks like they're selling them all, guys. I can't believe these are still 13 cents. 14 cents now. SoFi up on the day. Palantir up on the day. Roblox up on the day. ARKK getting a bid. Wow. ARKK up, only down 50 cents. Wow. CCJ unchanged. I would like to see a signal here in Planeteer. WBA 13.14. 21,000 WBA calls have been bought. CF down. Those calls are back down to 830. They got as high as 940. Plug, we saw a signal yesterday. Those are actually winning. So we don't see too much weakness here. WBA, just kind of keep an eye on these. They were 7 cents. They've actually doubled in value. The WBA 45.5 calls. Teladoc bid. So they're buying the ARKK names today. Looks like they're getting out of value into growth. Teladoc, I was 80-cent bid. I'm going to lower that, get rid of that bid, just so I have that cash on the sidelines. So there we go. Boom. DraftKings about to go up on the day. BSX calls being sold May 40s. No, thank you. No 5-minute bar longs today. Roblox was the weakest stock of all everything I was watching yesterday. Roblox up today. Peloton up today. Futures down 50. HPQ, we saw a big buyer yesterday of the 41s. Twitter up. I think a Twitter deal gets done around the 42 level. So I think a Twitter deal does get done. I think Eli's just hustling them to get a lower price. Every day I'm hustling. Dark pools. Flash Boy is a really good book on dark pools. So 40.25 was the opening of the week. So we're literally right at the opening of the week. It's like the week never happened. Futures down 60. Today could be one of those days where we're down 100 points again. We have not called out an official signal all week. Monday we were weak. Tuesday we were strong. Today we're weak. We're back to where we started. No 5-minute bar longs. WBA 1213. Walmart weekly 135s. Walmart weekly 135s trading here. I would not take these. They're 10 cents, value less than open interest. XP May 45s. And May is a big expiration. So May go away, coming back another day. Then June will be our front month expiration. July will be the second one out. Futures down 60. No signal so far from any of the scanners. I think, like, was it on Monday or was it last week where we went 40 minutes without any signals? That was like a record. And the more we go down, the less signals we want to have signals. Because we're looking at bullish signals. I've given you some puts before. I'm just not in a camp to be getting short. I think it's too hard to get short in the long term. 85% of the time, the market does go higher. Sitting on your hands, as we like to call it. Futures down 60. Oops. Last night, they were only down like 18. Look at this selling pressure come. All those names I was talking about that were higher are now lower. ARKK down $1.20. ARKK has gone up nicely from those lows, though. AFRM, calls being sold. WBA, those calls are being sold. AFRM up on the day. Walgreens Boot Alliance, 11.12. 25,000 WBA has traded. I got into those at 21 out of 25. The first signal that we see hit the scanner, I'll probably either take or I'll count it as an official signal. I don't want to buy CF calls from yesterday. I'm not looking to buy Mosaic calls from yesterday. If we have a new, fresh, long signal, I would take it, but I don't want to take anything from yesterday. Yesterday's trades, in my opinion, are yesterday's trades for now. I've been thinking about you. Should I get the Buddha music going? Settings. Roblox down. ARKK down. Amazon down 75 now. Literally, we're unchanged on the week now. After yesterday's 85-point rally. Target. Ugly. Oh my God, Target. There's no hope in Mudville. Target down 26%. I was saying the other day, this is like the hardest I've ever seen to be a stock picker. It's so hard to pick a stocks. So just buy the basket if you're going to get long. I mean, unusual option activity is different, but we actually saw Dr. Pepper Snapple calls being bought yesterday. I'd buy June 38s for a dime. 2,600 of those trade. HD ugly. Thankfully, I don't have any structured notes in any of these. Futures down. VIX above 30 or no? And the VIX, like, it's weird because the futures are down 60. We're not getting this huge pop. It's like, we're not really that concerned, but we are kind of concerned. I don't really get it. I would expect the VIX to be popping a lot bigger on a day like today. Snapchat calls being sold. Walmart down again. Target down 56. I wonder the last time Target was down 26% in a day. When was the last time it was down 26% in a day? I don't know why I'm down. It says I'm down in Rivian. Oh, Rivian, I'm just getting a bad mark. I'm on the 2024 55. I would go 60-cent bid for some more of these. No 5-minute bar longs. Do you think it is because they're already prepared and expecting it, not to mention stupid out-of-the-money hedges have been skewing the numbers? I don't really know what that means, but no. I am long Veru call spreads in 2024. 2023, I'm on the 10-15 call spread. Roblox up on the day. SoFi up on the day. Waiting and watching. Apple down again today. 40.25 was the open of the week. No signals have hit the tape today. That is rare. Rarer. You're just down 60. Waiting patiently. I always feel like it's people are like positioned. And know about this. I've been getting up at 6 just to be my time zone. I'm in Scottsdale right now. I don't know what time it is in Montana. Current time Montana. Bozeman, Montana. That's an hour later. So, hour later in Bozeman. SU, we saw some calls on that one. K-Web unchanged. Baba down $1. If I'm looking to get long, guys, I want to make sure I get long for calls next week. I'm not really looking for calls this week. I do have CCJ calls. I'll go to 0 this week. Already 0. Wayfair down. WDC up 8 cents. I don't have any positions that expire this week. The market rallies, I think ARKK could be up on the day. WBA just getting plummeled. Those 45.5s down to 8 cents. 30,000 those have traded here. WBA 30,000 have traded here. Being the patient. I'm just waiting for the ding, 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 which means something has hit the tape. We'll do a poll. Upstart has moved up. Yeah. It's up $1.30. Well, on the 100, 120, 140 call fly, that's going to go 2-0. My buddy sent out a text this morning. He's like, Upstart's up 50% since I told you guys to get along it. I don't even know what they do, to be honest. I don't even know what Upstart does. Affirm. Affirm has doubled in value. Affirm got to $14. I do have a structured note in Affirm, so I'm technically long Affirm. ICLN higher. Penn higher. I think Penn got upgraded. SoFi higher. Roblox higher. You might say this rotation into growth out of value. I mean, when stocks like Target go down 26% in a day, that's no bueno. You could see some hedge funds blowing out here. Mosaic down $1.30, ONEM. We are waiting for these signals to hit the tape. Until then, I will sit on my hands, which means I will not place a trade. And for me personally, this is probably the slowest, the least amount of trades I've traded. We are now down on the week, which would be the 7th straight bearish week. 7th straight bearish week. If we close under 40.25. Zoom down. I think Zoom will eventually be a buy. Zoom down to 88. Got down to 79. I actually have some put flies in Zoom. The 80, 65, 50. People are going to need loans, right? DT up $1.50. DT at earnings. WBA down $2.30. I can't believe these calls are still 10 cents. I would not be paying 10 cents. They're $3 out of the money. They expire on Friday. So you have today and 2 more days. WBA 45.5. I'm shocked that these things are 8 cents. There'd be days on the trading floor where I could go like 4 hours without making a trade. I just sit there and be patient. Usually I just surf the internet. But there'd be days where I would just sit there and be like, okay. And the biggest thing I was actually taught when I was a clerk is don't overtrade. There's no signal. You don't have to do anything. Oh, I needed to get in that. I needed to get in that. Overtrading is one of the hardest things, especially if you're paying commissions. So don't overtrade. There's no signals. That's fine. There's no signals. And we haven't seen anything yet today. In my opinion. You know, WBA calls were bought, 45.5. They look like they're actually sold. Futures down 60. If your futures rally and they're only down 30, you're like, oh, I missed a trade. But what you really miss? I think everything is a crapshoot right now. We haven't seen anything hit the tape. If you want to take signals from yesterday, kind of on your own for that. Futures down 62. 63. Being the patient. GM trading here. Calls being sold. Nothing. Futures down 63 1/4. What do you do on days like this? Sometimes you just don't do anything. $42, I think, the longest we've seen without a trade. CHPT, I think their calls were being sold in the 11s. They bought those earlier this week. They could be adding to these. I mean, they've sold 25,000 have traded here. The open interest is 26,000. So usually when we think volume is less than open interest, we think they're selling them. They could be buying them. We don't know. WBA, same example. 32,000 WBAs traded here. MX, I haven't seen anything in MX today. Magnus Semiconductor. And just because the stock's higher doesn't mean we're going to see signals in it. People will make up things. We're like, oh, we saw calls being bought yesterday. It's like randomly making things up. I mean, you could show me any stock, and I can tell you like call activity that made money. Or if a stock goes down, I can randomly show you puts that made money. But after the fact, not in real time. SABR calls being sold. Docs trading here, nothing to do with that. Futures down 72. Selling keeps escalating. We're down on the week. 7th straight bearish week, guys. Roblox down yesterday, up today. That makes no sense. Is it like the reverse of the VIX? Yesterday, all the stocks were down. Roblox was actually up. Sorry, all the stocks were up. Roblox was down. Today, stocks are down. Roblox is up. It's the anti. And I'm looking for a signal here, guys. I think we're overdone today. We could go lower, obviously, but we haven't seen any signals. And I'm looking for signals that, expire probably next week. Target down 46%. SoFi calls being sold. I think the WBA calls are going to sold, and I think those are going to go to 0. SQQQ. 40.25 was the open of the week, guys. So that's kind of a key level. 4,000 is a key level. 38.50 is recent lows. That's a key levels. Everything's considered magnets and targets. ATAI June 5 spread. ATAI June 5 spread. Atea Life Sciences. Volume less than open interest. Volume, how many contracts traded today? Open interest, how many is this before today? We like volume greater than open interest. ATAI volume less than open interest. We want the new contracts traded today to be higher than how many existed before. That shows that it's a new position. Hood slowly creeping higher here. Growth outperforming value today. ARKK down 60 cents when the futures are down 71. And if we keep going lower, you will hear stories about hedge funds blowing out. They had a big Apple position on. They had to sell it. We are officially at the 30-minute marker with no signals. That is rare, AK. And I keep going back to my ETF, nothing. Short squeeze, nothing. 48-hour spike, nothing. Moonshots, penny spike, option hacker, day trade, nothing, nothing, nothing. So we can just sit here and be patient. Para, Global, 10,000 calls we bought. That was a Warren Buffett play. I'm also in, on the background, I have 13 scanners that we've seen no signals. Dollar Club, Super Options, Teladoc, calls. I'd be looking to buy those. Those are the only things I look to buy. It's Teladoc, SEP 60s, around the 80-cent level. So they're 92, 130. We saw these bought yesterday, 140. I would look to buy these at like the 80-cent level. So TDOC, if you want to buy some SEP 60s, I would like to buy those at a discount. Futures a little bit of a bid. Roblox, very strong. Strong and very strong. And like I said, if the futures rally 20 points, you're like, I missed a long. No, they didn't miss a long. There just hasn't been anything to hit the tape. Here we go. Is the first trade of the day. Do-a-diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do. Hood. I'm going to call it a signal and hood, guys. Oh, this week calls. I'm not going to call it a signal. This hit day trade and moonshots, guys. Keep an eye on hood, guys. Buyer of hood. This week, 10.5 calls for 28. Not taking a signal, not calling it out as a signal, but a lot of hood calls being bought. HOOD this week, 28. 10.5 guys in hood. Hit our day trade, hit our moonshots. So hit 2 of our scanners here, guys. It took us 32 minutes to get our first signal. We got a signal. I'm not taking the signal. Hood. I said if I'm getting long. WBA, they're buying the 45.5s again. 12 cents. WBA. Look at WBA, guys. 45.5s, 12 cents. 36,000 trade here. So hood, guys, 10.5s in the weeklies. 10.5s in the weeklies, trading 28 cents. 9,000. They're buying more hood calls, guys. They're buying more hood calls. They bought over 10,000 hood. Weekly calls in HOOD. Hood 10.5. Expire this week, 28 cents. Stock can get up to 10.65. So stock can get up to 10.65 here in hood. 30 cents to the upside here in hood. Oh, we have another day trade. Affirm 30s. I would buy some Affirm 30s. How much are these? Ugh. 50 cents. Affirm 30s trading here, guys. Affirm 30s trading here. Hood bid. AFRM 30s trading here. AFRM 30s is a day trade. 50 cents. Buyer of AFRM. More hood. 30 calls for 50 cents. So AFRM 50 cents. Hood 28 cents. That was the levels they traded. Hood and AFRM, guys. Hood and AFRM. AFRM, guys. AFRM, guys, in hood. Hood back to 28. Two signals. I'm not taking either of them. I do like AFRM, though. I just don't like buy day trade stuff that's 50 cents. ARKK up on the day. Wow. Affirm 30s, guys. Affirm 30s. Affirm 30s. ARKK up on the day. So Hood this week, 13.5s. Affirm this week, 30s. ARKK up. Affirm calls up to 50. So two trades so far. AFRM, guys. The 30s. Stock can get up to 28.19. It's got about $1.40 to the upside. Affirm bid. It's trading 6.5 million shares. ARKK up on the day. Wow. So now we've seen two signals so far today. AFRM calls the day trade. Hood calls. A lot of Hood calls trading here. 12,000 Hood calls. Hood calls up to 33, guys. Hood calls up to 33 now. $34. I don't know if anybody got into those Hood calls, guys. They hit two of our scanners. Day trade scanner and moonshots. So day trade, you can take them as a day trade or you can take them as a swing trade. Hood and AFRM. Let's see where Bitcoin is today, just curiously. Oh, Bitcoin getting rocked. Hood up to 35, Affirm up to 55. Hood in at 27, great trading. And Hood, if the low is in for the day, I always look to see how high I can go. Affirm is bid. Look at the ARKK up on the day. DraftKings up. Wow. DraftKings higher. Market lower. Affirm higher. Hood higher. ARKK. Peloton. SoFi at 40 cents. Transition and shift into growth, out of value. If I can't make money at Target, what am I supposed to do? Maybe there's a big short position in the ARKK and that fund is blowing out. More Hood trading here. Hood, they're up to 13,000 of these. 10.5s. I just said I didn't want to take any weekly options, so that's why I didn't take Affirm or Hood. I mean, Affirm is doing well. CPNG calls being bought. 14s. Cooping. I've made money in that stock before. WBA. Wow. 43,000 WBA calls being bought. I think whoever recommended that trade said buy him again. They must think something's brewing here in WBA. Most day trades will be less than 5 days to go to expiration. Day trades will be less than 5 days to go to expiration. I've been doing this new thing where I only have a couple drinks at night and actually feel good the next day. It's amazing revelation. Affirm. Those calls really aren't moving, though. Based on the ATR, the stock can get up to 28.30. That's a low of the day plus the ATR. And, you know, the market is selling off a little bit, and that will affect where firm goes. The market sells off, most likely everything goes down with it. We will all go down together. Plug of 50 cents. We had a plug signal from yesterday and penny spike. That's going to hit 50% profit. I wouldn't mind seeing an ARKK signal. We had a really good signal in ARKK. We called that one out. We had a signal in PayPal on the super options trade. It's only down 40 cents. BJ Warehouse getting destroyed. BJ Warehouse getting pummeled here. Hood going back to break even. AFRM is a small loser now. Na, da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Hey, come here. Well, come here. Miss your eye. Let's go sleep. Futures down 70. FSR calls being sold. Hood back to break even. Affirm down now. I just don't want to be buying this week calls with the market this week. If you see calls for next week, that's one thing. I just want to be buying this week calls with the market this week. Made a couple bucks in Hood. That's good. It's the futures on the lows. Space. I made money in Space last week, actually. SPCE. I made money in Space last week. SPC in the E. SPC in the E. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party. Amazon back to lows. We are now down on the week. WMS calls being sold. Amazon back to those lows. It got to 2,000. Wow, Amazon got to 2,000. Facebook down a couple bucks. Fuel cell actually higher. Hood actually higher. DraftKings worked out. Oh, wait, what? Speaking of which, we just see another signal here. I heard some noises. XLP puts trading here. We see some EN. Oh, we see this. These are getting bought again. ENVX. June teens. 1,000 lot trade here. ENVX hit option hacker. Probably wouldn't take these. ENVX calls being bought. Where's DLO? DLO, huge. ENVX June 10's trading here. So option hacker. Buyer of ENVX. 6/17, 2022, 10 calls for 115. I'm not taking these in ENVX, guys. I'm not taking these here in ENVX. ENVX, I'm not taking these. ENVX. ENVX. CHPT 12.5 trading here. Put it back to 30. AFRM back to 14. Okay, so let me stop this